Queen Sonja of Norway visits a children's clinic in Oslo. The Princess of Wales plants a wild cherry tree at Westminster Abbey in London. Members of the Belgian royal family attend a Christmas concert in Brussels. And Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg makes headlines again. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for December 20th, 2022. In Copenhagen, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark hosted a reception for newly appointed First Lieutenants from the Royal Danish Air Force and Corps Masters from the National Emergency Management Agency, held inside the Hall of Knights at Christian IX's Palace at Amalienborg. It is a tradition for Her Majesty the Queen to wish the Royal Danish Defence's new First Lieutenants and the Corps Masters congratulations on their appointment. The reception began with Her Majesty the Queen first receiving 26 newly appointed First Lieutenants from the Royal Danish Air Force. Thereafter, Her Majesty the Queen received 6 newly appointed Corps Masters from the National Emergency Management Agency. During the receptions, Her Majesty the Queen gave a short speech and congratulated each individual on their new appointment. Meanwhile, Her Majesty Queen Sonja of Norway visited the Akershus Children's and Youth Clinic at the Akershus University Hospital. Prior to entering the clinic, a journalist asked how His Majesty King Harald V of Norway is feeling and when he is expected to be released from the hospital. Her Majesty the Queen replied, quote, "His Majesty is doing very well. He will probably return home in a few days. We are looking forward to it when he returns." End quote. Upon entering the clinic, Her Majesty the Queen was warmly welcomed by the managing director of the Akershus Hospital, as well as the department manager of the Children's and Youth Clinic. Thereafter, Her Majesty the Queen was informed about the treatment offered at the clinic, followed by a tour of the clinic's bed area, childcare, and children's reception. During the tour, Her Majesty met with several of the children who were recently admitted to the hospital. In the afternoon, Her Majesty the Queen participated in a Christmas workshop created by hospital staff with several of the patients in which they made Christmas decorations, cards, and other art projects. In Stockholm, His Majesty King Carl Gustaf of Sweden and Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden participated in an Information Council's meeting held at the Kungliga Slottet. During the meeting, the ministers informed His Majesty the King and the Crown Princess about various political initiatives, investigations, and ongoing legislation within their respective departments, as well as answered questions. In London, the Bank of England unveiled a design of His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom's 5, 10, 20, and 50-pound banknotes. According to a press release, the banknotes are expected to enter into circulation by mid-2024. Last Wednesday, in London, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales planted a wild cherry tree in the Dean's Yard at Westminster Abbey in memory of the late Queen Elizabeth II and in connection with the Queen's Green Canopy Initiative. The Queen's Green Canopy is a nationwide initiative created to mark this year's Platinum Jubilee of the late Queen's ascension to the throne. The initiative was due to conclude in December, which is the end of the Platinum Jubilee year, but because the official tree planting season in the United Kingdom is from October to March, the initiative has been extended to include the full tree planting season, beginning in October 2022 through March 2023. According to a press release via Westminster Abbey, the wild cherry tree is a gift from the Duchy of Cornwall and is replacing the old horse chestnut tree that, quote, was rotten and suffered with summer sudden limb drop earlier this year, end quote. After shoveling the last bit of earth around the tree, the princess unveiled a plaque that reads, quote, "This wild cherry tree, a gift from the Duchy of Cornwall, was dedicated in memory of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales on the 14th December 2022. It forms a part of the Queen's Green Canopy." End quote. In Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain presided over several commemorative events on the occasion of the 15th anniversary of the Fundación Microfinanzas BBVA, held at Palacio del Marqueses de Salamanca. The theme of this year's commemorative events is 15 Years of Building Dreams. According to a press release in May of 2007, the BBVA, quote, set up the non-profit organization BBVA Microfinance Foundation, created within its corporate social responsibility framework for the purpose of promoting sustainable and inclusive economic and social development for people under vulnerable conditions by using productive finance, the foundation's own specialty and methodology. To this end, it has donated over 200 million euros to the foundation while making available all the professional experience of an institution that has been in banking for nearly 160 years. End quote. In Monte Carlo, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco and Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, Princess of Monaco, attended the Opera de Monte Carlo's annual Christmas concert, held at the Opera de Monte Carlo. Last Thursday afternoon in Monacoville, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco presented the insignia of the Grand Officer in the Order of Grimaldi to the President of the Council of the Crown in the Principality of Monaco and the President of the Automobile Club de Monaco, Mr. Michel Borreri, during a ceremony held at the Palais Princier. The Order of Grimaldi was created by decree on November 18, 1954, and modified on July 19, 1960, and again on December 23, 1966. The order is presented to individuals who have contributed to the prestige of the Principality with distinction. There are 5 categories of merit: Knight Grand Cross, Grand Officer, Commander, Officer, and Knight. In Brussels, Their Majesties King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Elizabeth of Belgium, Duchess of Brabant, His Royal Highness Prince Emmanuel of Belgium, Her Royal Highness Princess Eleanor of Belgium, and their Royal Highnesses Prince Laurent and Princess Claire of Belgium, attended the traditional Christmas concert held inside the throne room at the Palais Royal. This evening's programs featured compositions by Corelli and Vivaldi, as well as traditional Christmas works led by conductor Mr. Bart van Rijn. Unfortunately, His Royal Highness Prince Gabriel of Belgium was unable to attend, and not surprisingly, Their Majesties Emeritus King Albert II and Emerita Queen Paula of the Belgians also did not attend this evening's concert. Speaking of Emerita Queen Paula, there are several news reports in the Belgian media that the 85-year-old Emerita Queen has stepped down from her patronages, including the European Missing Children Protection Committee, the EMCPC, and the Paula Foundation. According to Belgian journalist Mr. Wim de Hanschutter, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians will take over as honorary chairwoman of the EMCPC, while Her Royal Highness Princess Claire of Belgium will allegedly take over as president of the Paula Foundation. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg is back in the headlines yet again. And thankfully, it's not because she has been accused of yelling at another palace employee. No, in fact, it's the opposite. This morning, the oh-so-lovable Grand Duchess released a video message from Château de Berg to say thank you. A huge thank you to the generous donors and to all the people involved with her association, Stand, Speak, Rise Up, as well as the Grand Duke and Grand Duchess Foundation. In her message, the Grand Duchess signed off by saying, quote, "Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and loyalty." End quote. Earlier this month, December 6th to be exact, Grand Duchess Maria Teresa made an appearance on the French television news show entitled 64 Le Monde on TV5 Monde. I'm learning French if you can't tell. During the show, the Grand Duchess spoke about her association, Stand, Speak, Rise Up, and, quote, present her fight against rape as a weapon of war that she leads with her association, end quote. If you're interested in watching the program, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to the official TV5 Monde YouTube channel. Naturally, the program is in French and there are no subtitles. In Vaduz, His Serene Highness Hereditary Prince Alois of Liechtenstein, on behalf of His Serene Highness Prince Hans Otto II of Liechtenstein, presented the Grand Cross of the Principality of Liechtenstein Order of Merit to the Governor of Vorarlberg, Markus Wallner, during a ceremony at Schloss Vaduz. Governor Wallner received the order for his, quote, contribution to the close and important cooperation ties between the Principality of Liechtenstein and Vorarlberg. This applies not only to the regular dialogue between the government of the Principality of Liechtenstein and the Vorarlberg state government, but also in particular to the regional level, end quote. And in today's geography lesson, Vorarlberg, a name I'll never be able to pronounce, is located in the western region of Austria, snuggled up against Germany, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, and Lake Constance. In the afternoon, Her Royal Highness Hereditary Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein visited the Haus St. Laurentius nursing home in Schaan. During her visit, the hereditary princess delivered Christmas presents to the residents from the Liechtenstein Red Cross. She also spent time with the residents as well as the staff. Thereafter, the hereditary princess visited the Haus St. Mamertus, a retirement home in Teresa. The purpose of her visit was again to deliver Christmas presents, filled with all kinds of treats and games for the residents. And finally, His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan, accompanied by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan, attended Day 1 of the Second Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership, held at the King Hussein bin Talal Convention Center along the eastern shores of the Dead Sea. According to a press release, the conference included high-level officials from Saudi Arabia, France, Iraq, Turkey, Egypt, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, the European Union, and Iran. The country's stated goal was to show, quote, support for Iraq, its sovereignty, security, and stability, as well as its political process, its economic and development progress, and its efforts to rebuild, end quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, December 21st with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, take care, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.